Welcome back to the channel. Coins Collector. Today we are diving into one of the most fascinating and eye-opening stories in the world of rare coins. At first glance, you might think you're looking at just another ordinary quarter, a coin you'd slip into a vending machine or hand over at the gas station without even a second thought. But what if I told you that one of these coins, a simple 25-cent piece minted back in 1970 at the Denver Mint, turned out to be worth not just a few dollars, not just a few thousand, but an astonishing $672,000. Yes, you heard that right. A $quarter that could have been in the palm of your hand, jingling in your pocket, or sitting unnoticed in a drawer, turned out to be a treasure worth more than most houses. The coin we're talking about is the 1970 Liberty $quarter, a piece of American history that is hiding in plain sight. Now, before we jump into the jaw-dropping story of how a coin that cost just 25 cents to spend became worth more than $500,000, let's take a step back and look at the bigger picture. Coins are not just money, they are little metal time capsules. Every coin carries with it a history, a story of the era when it was struck, the people who handled it, and sometimes, the mistakes or unique features that turn it into something extraordinary. The Liberty Quarter, often recognized as part of the Washington Quarter series, has been a staple of American currency for decades. By 1970, the quarter had already gone through major changes. Earlier quarters had been made of silver, but due to rising silver prices in the 1960s, the U.S. Mint switched to a copper-nickel-clad composition in 1965. That meant that by the time the 1970 quarters rolled off the presses at the Denver Mint, they weren't silver anymore, but clad coins. Even so, certain minting errors, small variations, and unique production quirks have made some of these coins incredibly rare. And that is exactly what happened with this remarkable 1970 Liberty $quarter. The history behind its value is fascinating. Some of these 1970 quarters were struck over older coins, including coins from other countries, due to the mint using leftover planchets or dies. That created an error that collectors go absolutely wild for. Imagine looking closely at what seems to be a regular US quarter and noticing faint traces of another design underneath, a ghost of another coin hiding beneath the surface. This rarity, combined with the small number that ever slipped out of the mint, instantly made it a holy grail for numismatists, the dedicated coin collectors who spend their lives hunting treasures like this. Now here's where it gets mind-blowing. One of these coins, a 1970 quarter with the overstrike error, made its way into the hands of collectors, and when it finally went up for sale, it fetched the unbelievable price of $672,000. Think about that for a second. From a single $quarter, worth just 25 cents to spend in everyday life, to a market value that could change someone's entire financial future. That is the magic of coin collecting, but it's not just about the money. It's also about the thrill of discovery. Somewhere out there, tucked away in coin jars, old collections, or even in the spare change tray of an unsuspecting person, there may still be more of these 1970 Liberty quarters waiting to be found. And that is what makes this hobby so exciting. You never really know what treasure might be sitting right in front of you. So in today's video, we're going to explore everything you need to know about the 1970 Liberty $quarter. We'll dive deeper into the history of quarters, why the 1970 mintage stands out, the exact reasons this particular coin reached such an extraordinary value, and how you can check your own change to see if you might just be holding one of the most valuable coins in U.S. history. Whether you're a seasoned collector or just someone curious about the hidden gems of American money, this is a story you do not want to miss. So sit back, get comfortable, and let's unlock the mystery of how a small piece of change became a six-figure fortune. Today we have something truly special lined up for you. We are going to uncover the incredible story behind one of the most talked about and astonishing finds in United States coinage, the Liberty $quarter from 1989, minted at the Denver Mint, marked with that small but powerful letter D. Now you might be thinking, a 1989 quarter? That sounds pretty ordinary, right? It is a coin that millions of us have probably spent on parking meters, gumball machines, or even tossed into a fountain for good luck without ever giving it a second thought. But here is where the story takes an unbelievable turn. This is no ordinary quarter. This 1989 D quarter carries with it not only a captivating history but also a jaw-dropping value in today's collector's market that will absolutely blow your mind. Imagine reaching into your pocket for a simple quarter and realizing that the coin you hold is worth not 25 cents, not even a few $100s, but hundreds of thousands of dollars. Yes, you heard that correctly. This specific coin has recently been valued at an astonishing $421,000. That is enough to change lives, pay off homes, or even buy a luxury car fleet, all from a single piece of US currency that most people overlook. So stick with me, because in today's video we are going to break down the full history, the design details, why this quarter is so significant, and how it climbed from everyday circulation into the ranks of one of the most expensive quarters to ever cross the auction block. And who knows, by the end of this video you may just be inspired to go digging through your spare change jar, because you never know what treasures are waiting to be discovered. The 1989 Liberty Quarter, more accurately called the Washington Quarter, is part of a long-running series first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th birthday of George Washington. Instead of the Liberty imagery found on earlier U.S. coinage, the Washington Quarter features the bust of George Washington on the obverse, designed by sculptor John Flanagan. The reverse in 1989 still carried the heraldic eagle design that had been used for decades before the shift to the state quarters program in 1999. The D Mint mark stands for the Denver Mint, one of the key United States mints that produced millions of coins that year. To the untrained eye, a 1989 D quarter looks just like any other quarter you might encounter. But rare varieties, special minting errors, and extremely well-preserved examples in mint state condition can elevate an otherwise common coin into a collector's dream. In 1989, the Denver Mint struck over 896 million quarters. With numbers like that, you can see why most 1989 quarters carry only face value. They are abundant, they were used heavily in everyday commerce, and they are still easy to find in circulation. However, within that massive production run, certain coins escaped with unique die errors, doubled strikes, or pristine uncirculated condition. It is these rare survivors that command breathtaking prices today. The specific 1989 D Liberty Quarter that reached the incredible value of $421,000 owes its price tag to a combination of rarity, condition, and collector demand. Coins graded at the very highest mint state levels by professional services like PCGS or NGC are extraordinarily scarce. When paired with unique characteristics such as an error or a nearly flawless strike, the coin transforms from a pocket change piece into a numismatic treasure. Collectors are always seeking the perfect storm of condition and scarcity, and when one of these exceptional 1989 D quarters surfaces, it becomes a showpiece in any collection. That's why bidders drive the price into the hundreds of thousands. As of now, this remarkable coin holds a market value of approximately $421,000. That is the price serious collectors are willing to pay for one of the finest known examples. While not every 1989 D quarter in your change will be worth that fortune, the possibility that such a valuable piece could be lurking among the ordinary makes the hunt all the more exciting. So the next time you are handed a quarter at the grocery store, take a closer look. That small 1989 D might just be hiding an incredible secret. Stay tuned, because we are going to break down how you can identify valuable quarters, what errors and conditions to look for, and the fascinating world of coin collecting where a little knowledge can turn spare change into serious wealth.